Folks, I want to do a little test today of something I think would make a great Christmas present for a person who does video. And we all need storage for all the big files, especially if we're shooting some 4K. This is something I've had my eye on for a while. And so this is the new My Passport Ultra. This is the one from 2015. It does say Windows 10 compatible. Of course, I know that. That's immaterial. I mean, they can all be compatible, whatever they need to be compatible with. You can make them Mac, you can reformat it to be Mac or whatever. But the reason I've been wanting one of these is because I'm kind of a fan of these little drives, these little portable drives. Here are some I've had in the past. These are all Western Digitals as well. This is one I'm pretty sure is a 500 gig that I got maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And it's USB 2 and, you know, really excellent. Little hard-working little drive. I mean, it's never let me down at all. Then I got this one maybe 3 years ago, another USB, but this one's 1 terabyte. And so again, these things have just been fantastic. They usually only spin at 5,400 RPM or whatever, 5,400 rotations per minute. And the bigger hard drives that I use, the Western Digital Essentials, which are great for doing 4K video and great for doing large video files and storing a lot of data. They rotate at 7,200. So why I've been waiting for this one? Well, this one is a USB 3, and this has been out for probably a year and a half. They've been putting these USB 3 My Passport Ultras out, maybe 2 years. I just have been kind of holding back because even though it doesn't say on here how fast it spins, I figure it's still 5,400. Here's what I've been wanting to find out is I know that USB 3 is much faster for transporting data. Can I actually edit 4K video on here? I know I can store it. So I'm going to do a few little tests, and we're going to look at how fast will this read data, how fast can you write to it, how fast can you edit some big video files. And I'll compare it to a MyBook, one of the regular ones like you would buy. And I bought this at Walmart for, I think, $89. I think it was 89 bucks. It is 2 terabytes. And the big Essentials Western Digital ones, the ones I use, I'll show you. I'll shoot some video so you see what it looks like. They are about, I don't know, 119, 128 or something like that. But that's 4 terabytes, but they're also large and unwieldy, and you have to have a power supply. These, you do not have to have a power supply, and it is USB 3. So we're going to do some tests to see what the right speeds are, and I'll report those back to you here. And so I'll let you decide whether you think these might be useful hard drive for someone that you love and is into particularly video and big, large data. Hey, just so you'll know what's inside the box, well, first of all, it looks like this. Oh, excuse me, there we go. So that's it. Here is the older one I told you about, this 1 terabyte, so you can see they're roughly the same size. This one might be just a tad thicker, I don't know. The weight is similar. This might be just a little bit lighter. Again, you do have USB 3 there. And I was looking at the specs that came with it to see if it told anywhere in here how fast it spins. I do expect it is 5,400 RPM. Does not say that. This came with it, a little quick start guide, and then this piece of paper with a bazillion different translations of, I guess, warnings and stuff on it. So nothing on here about the specs, but we'll find out with the right times. Okay, folks, I'm here at my computer, and I'm going to show you what I have on my screen here. This is my internal storage drive, and I found out that the steps at Old Rock School here is about roughly 10 gigs. You can see that there when it pops up. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to record that or throw it over here onto a MyBook, the 4 terabyte USB 3 that spins at, I know, 7,200 RPM. So let's find out how fast it takes for that to read 10 gigs that's being thrown over onto it. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, so that one finished up pretty quick. I'm guessing just over a minute, a little over a minute. So let's find out what it would do here going to the passport. And it looks like I have everything set up correctly. I'll put the same file over here. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. All right, folks, that seemed to be pretty snappy as well. I kind of gather it might have been just a little bit slower. Just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and test the regular old USB 2. This is the one that's about 3 years old, maybe 3.5 years old. The old 1 terabyte USB 2 Western Digital My Passport. Okay, so here we're looking at the old USB 2 one. I've got a whole bunch of mess on here. Let's go ahead and throw that same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and go. Well, so folks, that one seemed to have taken, nearly 4 times as much. I mean, it's over like 4.5 minutes, I think. I'll put the official times on the screen. Now, it has been my experience I'm just doing a write to test right now. So if I'm going to go and do renders from this, if I'm going to edit video and stuff from it, I expect I'll get similar response times. In other words, if it was, I don't know, 30% slower than the 4 terabyte USB 3, then it will probably be the same, the performance wheel writing to, reading from. So I'm not going to do another test. I will, however, this very video that I'm recording right now, I'm going to go ahead and render it out. I'm going to edit the whole thing on the new little My Passport Ultra, and I'll give you the render times for this piece of video, which I think will probably be slightly slower than what it would be on the big hard drive, the 7200 RPM. But there's no way that USB 2 drive would work sufficiently for editing 4K video. I mean, it would, but you'd just be sitting waiting for the renders forever. So I'm going to put the official times and everything on here. I will say this: I think this is going to be a real handy little drive and much more easy to transport. I do like the fact no power supply is required. It runs straight off a USB 3. It's tiny. It's going to fit right in my regular camera bag or in my laptop computer bag. I've been having to carry multiple bags. I've been carrying the bigger hard drives and the power supplies and all in another shoulder bag, which burdens me down as I move through the world. So I think this is going to be really great hard drive, and I think this would be a great Christmas gift for someone. I'm not being paid to do this. I bought this drive myself. Like I say, Walmart, I think it was 89 bucks. You can probably find it cheaper than that on Amazon. So go out and look for My Passport Ultra. It looks like a great little USB 3 drive, tight, compact. That was a 2 terabyte one that I've got, and it looks like it performs pretty well. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe if you like. Okay, folks, one last little note here. I did want to report on the fact that I rendered this video out, all except for the clip you're watching right now. It was, looks like 6 minutes and 57 seconds of video. And I rendered it out, and it only took 6 minutes and 34 seconds to render the video out. Now, the reason that that's pretty significant. It's very fast. There was a lot of resizing of that video. I was resizing 4K video down to 1080p, plus I was reframing it sometimes. I actually had separate audio tracks. I'd done a lot of little fancy things, some transitions, some cube spins and all that. That is pretty darned impressive, is what that is. That little hard drive really kicks. It's excellent. So as you saw in the numbers that I put on the page there, it's almost as good as the big version of this hard drive. The write speeds were just right there at it. And so I suspect maybe it does spin at 7,200 RPM. I just don't know. I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. So maybe you guys can find it out and send me a note or something, and I'll add that then to the annotations or something, or to the description. This is a great drive. Again, thanks for watching, and please do subscribe if you like this review. I'm trying to put stuff out there that's helpful to people. Thanks for watching.